Hi, Jess.
Okay.
It's lovely to meet you. Thanks for joining us. Kintsugi Hope, our mission partner that we're focusing on this Christmas, and you're their representative. Could you say a little bit about yourself and what you do at Kintsugi Hope?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here. Patrick Regan, our founder and CEO, was meant to be with you this evening, but he today unfortunately had a small car accident. So I am stepping in. I hope that's okay. He sends his love, and he is okay. He's physically okay, but just taking some time out to recover. But yeah, Kintsugi Hope is a charity based in Essex, but we have partner churches and wellbeing groups running all over the country. We have over 500 group leaders, and Holy Trinity Claygate is one of those churches that are running wellbeing groups. Kintsugi, you may have heard the term Kintsugi before, but if you haven't, it is a Japanese art form and a method of mending broken pottery. So here in the UK, if we break pottery, we would use super glue to try and cover the cracks and glue it together, pretend it never happened. But in Japan, they actually mix a gold powder into the glue and they make a feature of the cracks. The bowl or the plate becomes even more unique, even more beautiful than it was before. It celebrates the uniqueness and celebrates the brokenness. And at Kintsugi Hope, we know that we're all broken. We all have scars. We all go through really difficult stuff, particularly now in the situation we're all facing. And rather than pretending that everything's okay, we want to encourage people to have open and honest conversations about how they're doing and how they're feeling. We focus on mental and emotional well-being, and yeah, just try and create safe and supportive spaces for people to belong.
So tell me a little bit about how you do this and what sort of people you engage with. Who's it for?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's for anyone really. We all tend to maybe focus on and prioritize our physical well-being if we can. Maybe we'll go out for a walk, or we maybe go to the gym, but we don't tend to prioritize our mental or emotional well-being. We don't necessarily prioritize that into our day lives. So we try and encourage the conversation around mental and emotional well-being in a really relaxed, peer supported environment. And it's for anyone really. We have groups running for mums and toddlers, but we have groups that are focused just for men. We have groups focused in prisons, which is great. We have groups happening in food banks for those who are maybe struggling at this time in terms of food poverty and debt. It's for anybody really, and the groups look at 12 different topics. So we look at forgiveness, we look at shame, anxiety, perfectionism, which is funnily enough one of the groups where a lot of people don't necessarily think that they do struggle with perfectionism, but when they actually start to analyze their character, they go, oh gosh, I really struggle with that. So it's just a great environment for just 12 weeks to prioritize your mental well-being if you're struggling.
Yeah, I mean, you visited as a group, and there was an event at Holy Trinity over a year ago, I think. Now I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly when it was. It just seems as though the year's flown by. If you could just sort of, in a few sentences, say why someone might want to consider doing this, then what would you say?
I would say go for it. If you're nervous, maybe you're not really used to having open conversations around these types of topics, there's no better time to start doing that. I think for those who struggled previously to the pandemic with their mental health, this has heightened issues that were already there. But for maybe those who didn't struggle or didn't struggle every day, maybe struggled sometimes, but not every day, it's then brought issues that we didn't even know were there. So there's no better time really to prioritize and to equip yourself with tools on how to manage. So somebody who has attended the groups referred to the groups as a metaphorical toolbox for days when I'm struggling. And I think that's just such a great way. If you are struggling, if you're having a day where you're feeling anxious, or you're struggling with perfectionism, or you're struggling with shame or guilt from the past, from previous difficult situations you faced, then there's a toolbox there with things that you can do to practically help yourself, which is just brilliant. And also you make great friends along the way, friendships that hopefully last a long time beyond the 10 weeks. And yeah, I would just say go for it. Be brave and try something different if you haven't done this before.
Thank you so much for joining us. We don't feel shortchanged at all having you on here. You've been brilliant. Thank you, and have a blessed Christmas.
Oh, thank you. And thank you all for your donations this evening. We really, really appreciate Holy Trinity having us as your church to support your charity, to support your mission partner. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.